rise today to request an emergency debate on the government's proposal to dismantle Canada Post services and the growing national response to these deeply concerning changes. Canada Post is older than Canada itself. It connects communities across this vast country and serves as a vital lifeline for hundreds of northern, Indigenous and rural communities. At a time when our economy and sovereignty face mounting threats from Donald Trump, national institutions like Canada Post are essential to our unity and resilience. Without a doubt, Canada Post is facing serious challenges. These challenges require thoughtful, transparent, and inclusive solutions. Postal workers and their union have repeatedly put forward constructive proposals to modernize and strengthen the service, yet their voices have been ignored. In 2015, the Liberal Party promised to reverse Stephen Harper's plan to end door-to-door delivery. They called their approach real change. In 2018, then-Minister Carla Qualtrough led a two-phase, evidence-based review of Canada Post and unveiled what she called a renewed vision for the corporation, one that pledged to put service to Canadians at the heart of its mandate. However, that vision was never implemented, and that promise has since been abandoned. Without any mention during the last election campaign and without any debate in this House, this government recently announced drastic cuts to Canada Post service, including ending daily home mail delivery, closing rural post offices, and eliminating door-to-door delivery for millions of Canadians. These changes will mean fewer services for Canadians and significant job losses at a time when unemployment remains high. It will also very much hurt businesses in this country, including small business. They will disproportionately harm seniors, persons with disabilities, and residents of rural and remote communities, those who rely most on accessible, dependable postal services and who are least able to absorb the impact of these cuts. What's more, the government made this announcement in the midst of collective bargaining negotiations between Canada Post and its workers. Dropping such a sweeping restructuring plan into the middle of that process is like dropping a bomb. It constitutes direct interference and shows a fundamental lack of respect for collective bargaining and workers' rights. Tens of thousands of postal workers are now on picket lines across this country. Mail and parcels are not being processed or delivered. Post offices are closing. And today on Parliament Hill, workers and allies rally to defend good jobs and a strong public postal service, reinvigorated with revenue streams for the future. Mr. Speaker, they rally to send a clear message. Postal workers deserve better, and Canadians deserve better. Mr. Speaker, this House must not remain silent. We must have a rigorous, honest, and urgent discussion about the future of Canada Post, about how to protect and strengthen it for the benefit of all Canadians. That is why I'm calling on you, Mr. Speaker, to grant an emergency debate on this critical issue on this most cherished institution. Thank you.
Hear, hear.